exercise that right. And I don't believe that there should be any governance over our ability to arm ourselves. Because if you really read the Second Amendment, what it says is that here's the one phrase that people don't always recognize is the Second Amendment was intended for the security of a free state. It was intended to allow Americans to defend themselves against a tyrannical government. And we're pretty darn close to that right now. So, yeah, I wouldn't do anything to interfere with the right to bear arms.
I have a question. Are you attending CPAC too this weekend? Are you going to attend CPAC? Good question.
No, not this year. I will probably go in 2016.
Okay.
But not now, no. But by the time 2016 rolls around, there should have been a number of Republicans that have filtered themselves out of the system. And I believe if I go right now, my voice will be drowned out. So I believe in another year from now, I will have gained national attention. And I will most likely, I hope, be given a place on the stage to make a speech.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, another question that I have, because I'm just a little independent radio talk show guys. I'm not with the big corporate. I'm not with like Fox News, even though we syndicate and we, with Freedom Works, we get articles from, but we're not making any money at all. Like so many other people that I know in the independent radio business right now, they're not making any money. All they want to do is try to make sure that people who care about this country have a voice, and regardless of party affiliation, regardless of what they personally stand for, it's what the issues are about. It should not be personal attacks, and this is what the news media does now, and I'm sick of it. This is why I'm independent. I'm not with the big corporations. I'm not with PMSNBC, or MSNBC. And did you know that MSNBC and Comcast got fined of $20 million for reporting the George Sherman story that was Trayvon Martin? They actually said some nasty things about George Sherman, even before while the trial was still going on, even after the trial was still going on. They got their darn news anchors out in rallies, and they're shooting their mouths off right now. Is there some kind of accountability that I'm not asking for government regulations, but there's got to be some kind of accountability that the government can do to stop this kind of nonsense and to actually help people like us who are actually trying to do something with this country? Good question.
Well, let's not forget that the Constitution allows freedom of the press,
right?
Okay? And which includes the media. Now, these people can spout anything that they want. We, the people, have the right to turn them off.
Right.
Not watch the station, not read their newspapers, and to just shut them out and to focus on people who are like-minded, like us, freedom-loving people.
Right.
But no, I don't want them to shut down. In fact, I want them to keep spouting their stupidity because it exposes them for what they are.
Right.
They are true enemies of the people, in my view.
Right. But also CNN, CNN and MSNBC did get the stimulus money from Obama. Remember that $78 million billion, what is it? Trillion, was it trillion or $1 billion, the stimulus money? And they got that for their advertising. And guess what? I found out something interesting, by the way. You might not know this, but when you call up 1-888-244-2040, that's the number for nationwide. The call center is in Syria, not in Nairobi, not in Africa, but in Syria. In Syria, these are ISIS terrorists that are picking up the phone and you're calling Nationwide. Nationwide is not on your side. Capital One Bank, what's in your wallet? Terrorists in your wallet. Why? Because it's also the call centers in Syria and Gaza. So that's what's happening. What can you do as a president to stop this nonsense and make sure that we keep jobs here in America? Don't send them overseas. Stop NAFTA. Stop this disaster trade deal that's coming down the cliff here. And would you also help reopen the Keystone Pipeline? Excellent questions.
Well, let me address the Keystone Pipeline. That's the most relevant one that I can see. Absolutely, we need to build that pipeline. We need to explore and exploit all of our natural resources to provide the energy that we as a nation need in the 21st century. We need to remove our dependence on any other energy sources from any other country anywhere in the world. And we have those resources right here in America to power us for 100 or 200 years. So yeah, I would immediately authorize the building of that pipeline and more refineries and whatever else we need to ensure that we have the power to advance as a society. Now, regarding jobs, let me address the stimulus. The stimulus, in my view, was totally unconstitutional. But there's nowhere in the Constitution can I see any authority by any government agency to distribute money from the government to a company. Those companies were formed for a specific purpose. They took risks, and they should rise and fall on the risks that they take. Throughout our history, people have gotten rich and stayed rich. People have gotten rich and gone bankrupt and gone poor.
Right.
Those are just the risks that we take as individuals and entrepreneurs, by the way, to put forth an idea, let the market decide whether we rise or fall, and